Business show in RVA. On the mic with Mike in RVA.
Hey, RVA, this is the Tam. You know another guy named Mike? Make sure you check out my main man, Mike King Biz. Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 a.m. on Sports 106.1. On the mic with Mike is the Tampin of Business Talk Radio. You're starting to irritate me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on the mic with Mike. We are the premier business radio program. We're based out of Richmond, Virginia, here coming to you from ESPN Studios. So you can follow me on social platforms, hashtag on the mic RVA, as well as Mike King Biz. So we talk to the best and the brightest. Sometimes we reach across state lines. When I see people who are out there who are doing some really cool things, what we do is we say, or either they reach out and they say, hey, I'm doing something pretty cool. Let's collaborate. And what we do is we talk to game changers out there. We got with us Michael, otherwise known as the Redneck financial coach. Welcome to the program, sir.
Hey, my pleasure, Mike. Pleasure being here, man.
All righty. So I'd say it's a business show. Tell us who you are and what you do.
Well, I'll tell your listeners, it's actually Pink Neck, Mike. I don't know if they can't see me on the radio, but I'm half city, half country. And grew up back and forth, and so I look city, but then when I start talking, people
the
go,
country
"Oh yeah,
stuff pops out."
Oh man, it's evident, yep. But what I do is, again, long story short, man, I just help hardworking, down to earth, regular people do better financially. They're going to live too long and die too soon. I have been blessed with people helping me in that area of my life, and now I just help other people. The 95% of us working class people who are trying to make ends meet, do better. That's my job, is to help them figure out how to do that, buddy.
How did you get to that road and point in life where, all right, so people helped you along. How'd you get to the point where you're saying that's going to be my thing?
Wow, I'll make that long story real short. Again, I was an overly educated pink neck. So I have degrees and I had a job and I did everything I was supposed to do to be successful, right? Get a good job, get an education, work hard. And the end result of that was, my first home had issues and I had to file bankruptcy, around 28, 29 years old. Newly married, worked a job I didn't like for a major company. I worked night shift, and so I was a disaster. Had to file bankruptcy because the homes were built with foundation issues, man. With no legal recourse, I hired a company. They were a scam, and so that was the culmination of all that hard work, Mike. What was just being devastated, and I had a lot of ambition, but I had no clue of how to realize it. So fast forward, when I was kind of down in the dumps, and I went to my cousin's house, and my cousin's a bigger goofball than me. And he was just sitting there one day, we were playing cards, and he said, hey, man, he pulled his folder out. He says, you know what? He said, I'm going to pay my house off in 8 years, and I'm going to do all this, and I'm on the track to be independent. And honestly, I said, man, get the heck out of here. You must be drunk, right? I paid no attention to it. So he introduced me. 2 days later, the guy that helped him called me. And I tell people that story for several reasons. But the main thing is, if I had been doing okay in life, right, paying the bills, taking care of stuff, putting some money away, I told a man, no, I'm not interested. I'm fine. No, that would have been the biggest mistake of my life. So he taught me what I do today. And really, the culmination is this. If I had been, like I said, I've never heard of a financial person trying to work with a broke person before, right? So that caught my attention.
Hold up, man. So what you're saying, financial people, they aren't on the lookout for broke people. That's what we think.
No. Oh, man. I'm not knocking it. It's just, that's how they feed their family, right? That's how they do business. So they're looking with people with money and help those people do better. But who's helping people like me who don't know how to do it yet, who don't have money yet? Keyword yet. Yeah. And so, the guy just taught me. I'm not a stupid guy. For all your listeners out there, here's the key. I know two things well, Mike, but only two: money and guns. Hopefully parenting, but that's too soon to tell, man. But I'm trying hard.
Because I did see your daughter was offering some instructions on the technology side. So I'm not the technology guy. I am not. So clearly, I don't know, do you need help? It looked like you had some help there.
Yeah, no, my hillbilly tech support daughters took care of it for me, so I am good, man. I'm blessed, and that's the key. You know, I'm not a dumb guy. You're not a dumb guy, but we only know what we know, Mike. And again, we just need somebody to come along who's been a step ahead, or a step or two ahead, and say, look, here's how this thing works, right? And once you understand something, you can make better decisions. Technology, money, it doesn't matter, does it?
No, it doesn't. So when the light comes on for you and you're working with the person who's out there, you think back of when you thought there was nothing there for me. What is it that you see people are coming up when you start talking to people? What is the number one issue that people have these days?
Yeah, it's kind of twofold. Don't make enough or earn enough, right? It's hard to make ends meet, and quite frankly, we're embarrassed by it. You know, we think it's our fault. Well, I don't want to talk to somebody because I'm embarrassed. I'm not doing well in life, and it's all my fault. Now, it's your responsibility, but I don't think it's your fault. I didn't get up and go work hard and get an education and take so I could be a train wreck financially. I just didn't know how to do better, right? And so that's the key. Seek knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Go out there and learn what you don't know so you can make better decisions. And that's just simply what I do. I help people understand that subject. I mean, it's going to impact how they give to others, what they do for their own family, right? Their time and money. And nothing's more important, right? You don't want to waste that. So just helping people understand so their light bulb, it's not about convincing and selling. It's about helping them go, oh, I get this. Now that you get it, can you make a better decision? I hope so, because if you can't, I won't work with you. But most people, thank goodness, Mike, are smart enough to see that. They say, oh man, now I get this. You know, tell me more. They're going to research it. They're going to take better steps. Man, it's that simple. It's not always easy, but it's that simple. And as soon as I learned it 12 years ago, man, I started practicing it, and then I started teaching it to others. Because what are you supposed to do with good news, Mike? Keep it to yourself or share it. Hey, simple.
So let me ask you, what is it that a lot of times for parents, so my parents always own their own business, and never once were they sitting down with me talking financial stuff. So what advice do you tell parents on like financial literacy to talk to their kids about what's happening?
Great point, man. You know, you can't teach what you don't know. So first order of business is to just be humble, make a hobby out of it, take some time, read a book, talk to someone. That's why I'm here, and learn more. So when you learn more, you can do more. And if you got kids, you already know, like I know, they don't really listen to what you say. They model and copy what you do. And so I would bring the kids into some financial discussion. Obviously, not all of it, right? With your partner or yourself, and have fun with it, man. There's things you can do to get your kid a fast start. Uh, my daughter, again, I was raised and grew up very poor, and then I ended up going kind of a middle class lifestyle. So it's just real funny to see my daughter talk about, you know, how are my accounts doing and things like it's just really fun to know that I can change my family's trajectory by just knowing some truth and principles regarding money and finance. And my daughters have a completely different attitude. So I would say do it for yourself, right? Uh, but that's also going to trickle down to your children, and they're going to see what you're doing. All right, make it. We talk about pizza. That's how I explained it to them because they don't understand that. Most adults don't understand. I just make a game out. There's resources, YouTube videos. I'm going to start working on some material for children so they can start absorbing this. But it's also just as good for parents, right? I like fifth grade material, so I'll keep you posted on that. But you know, just go out there and try to learn something. That's what I'm here for. Just having conversations that could be life changing.
And
just
how can
teaching
people? Cool. How can people find you out there?
Biggest part is LinkedIn right now. Obviously there's a hashtag now that has 13 followers, which blows me away. It's just the Redneck Financial Coach, Mike Asherbrander. They can send me email, phone call. There's all that information's on there. Carrier pigeon, whatever works.
Whatever works. So wait a second. Do people have to be local to you, or can you help people no matter where they are?
All 50 states I can work with remote. I love silver lining of COVID. You know, pants are optional now, Mike. You know, Ed, you on the radio.
I know. But you don't want to be like the guy in the commercial who comes out thinking that it was a virtual one. And he's standing with
Yeah.
the tighty whities on.
Yeah,
That
see, I'm not that guy. Yeah, I can't do that. Maybe swim trunks and
but
a
not
business
those,
boat.
not those. All right, so here, uh, we always talk. This is a business show with the branding. When you hear the Redneck financial coach, I mean, it is an eye catcher. So, from a branding standpoint, talk to listeners about how to get attention because we all want and need to draw attention to us in any kind of business. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, great point. Really, I didn't embrace this. I was hesitant to put that out there, and it's not it's not a persona. It's actually somebody reached out to me and said, "Hey, man, you have a suit on your profile, and your profile stinks on LinkedIn." He says, "Why?" I said, "Because that's what I thought I had to do, right? Professional and licensed and all that." He says, "Is it working?" Oh, heck no, it ain't working, man. It ain't doing nothing. So he said, "What you got to lose?" He said, "You're a working class guy. You've been there. That's who you love. That's who you work with. That's who you are. Why not put that out there?" I said, "Huh." So again, I'm extremely coachable. I coach, but I'm also coachable. And so I did one of my buddies. I was going to put my buddy's picture up there, and they were all shy. And so I just got the picture, put my hat on, and said, "You know what? Here's the deal, guys. This is the takeaway from this, Mike, the branding." I said to myself, if I can't be myself and be successful here and do this and be happy and just be me, then I'm going to go be a rodeo clown or some stuff I can be good at, right? And so I just let loose. And that's what I encourage people with branding, man. Listen, if you're a good person, you got a good heart. That's all it takes. It's kindergarten skills before your daggone marketing skills. And I'll encourage anybody to go out there and just do it. Mess it up. Matter of fact, when you look crusty and you mess it up, people kind of like that. It makes you vulnerable. And you'll attract some winners that will come help you just because they feel sorry for you. Um, and so your branding really just comes from a place of authenticity. Be you, and yeah, maybe 90% of the population won't like you, but 10% of 7 billion people, guys, is a lot of
You're doing
people.
good. All right, so you ditched the suit, you put the hat on. When did you know you had something that like, okay, this thing, all right, before I don't know, I'm getting rid of the suit, I'm gonna put the hat on, I'm gonna drop the shingle out there as the Redneck financial coach. And then all of a sudden you're like, hey, this thing is working. Because when I saw it, I'm like, yo, I gotta talk to this guy.
Well, I knew it was working with this, Mike. Anytime you become polarizing, right? So someone when you say your name and someone either says I love or hate that guy, there's no gray area. So what I saw was a lot of people not talking to me, as well as people talking to professionals of all walks of life that blew me away to this day, man. People at the top of their game. I mean, accomplished attorneys. It's unbelievable. But they were just reaching out. And I tell you what made I guess what the branding part of this, right, is that I just loved on them, man. I taught them what I learned to grow so fast on LinkedIn and social. I did anything I could to connect others with me. And so when you do something nice for other people, good people do that back to you most of the time. And that's what really mattered. And so now I knew I had something when people were sending me to other people, when they were posting about the things I was doing for them and others. And that people didn't even know what I did other than my title. They just knew who I was, and that makes them open to talking to me about my business. That's why I encourage you. Go out there and let who you are, your heart be known. And then people will be receptive to what you do in business, right? People do business with who they like and trust. Keep that in mind. That's not a cliche. That's truth.
All righty, how can people find you out there one last time?
Again, LinkedIn is the best place to go. I'm also on YouTube. My contact info, it's a public, so you can Google my name. You can find it on LinkedIn. Uh, Email, text message, phone call, carrier pigeon. I just want to have conversations. And if I can't help you, I probably know someone who can. Let's just have fun and network. That's how the world works nowadays. That's how you win.
There you go. It's been a pleasure. Always, I've been looking forward to this. It got blown up the last time, but we powered through. When I look at a brand that it works, and people say, I don't know whether branding and stuff works. It's like it's working because I'm talking to you. And then, like you're saying, find your thing, ditch the suit, okay. So before I was on ESPN, I was on conservative radio. Man, I used to scare people to come on. I'm not gonna come on there. I don't agree with. I'm like, I'm here talking business. But like you said, if a lot of people don't like you, there are people who do like you and they want to hear. So the services that you're putting out there, man, congratulations and kudos to you. They stay connected with us. When you see something going on and you have something going on, just give us a shout. Let me know what's happening out there. Enjoy talking to you.
Hey, absolutely. I'm going to actually start my own show soon, so I'll keep you posted, man.
All right, man.
Have
Appreciate
you
it. Stay
come
in
on
touch,
chat.
man. Take care. Good luck to
Hey,
you.
my
Thanks,
pleasure.
now.
Goodbye.
Take care.